What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 1894. I'm Dara. I have Luke with me here today for the review of a 0-0 Palace game that could well have cost us the title. Luke, what do you think of it?
Everyone says it's one of those days, but it really isn't. Like, that was our game that it should have been 3 or 4-0 today. It really should have been. And the fact that we couldn't even score today, even one, like against Everton, Everton was awful, but if we got a goal, it's just, I don't know what's going on, but I know we was going about the whole struggle. There was a striker there. Look, again, like today, probably would have done well with Haaland and Alvarez up front. They probably would have scored today. But that's not the point. It shows that our other players can't score. Like Foden's having one of those seasons where he just can't. We have a great game, and then 2 or 3 bad games, and another great. He's having a really consistency. He's a young lad, and it'll come good. But like anything, it's just one of those seasons where we just can't seem to score. It's like Palace, Southampton. Well, we score, but can't seem to get over these kind of teams, and it's just. And again, it was one of those days where I just feel like, like you said about the title, it's just obviously because we can still win it, but how can you win a title when you're playing like that? Honestly, makes a joke.
Yeah, I thought Foden was piss poor today. To be honest, man, I thought it was a whole me and Joe were watching it, and we were watching it together, and we just said he's not dropping. It's like he's trying to play off the last man. It's not working. He's not dropping into the channels. He's not trying to pick up the ball near the halfway line like he was trying to do. I know he was playing a bit deeper in the cup, but I mean, he picked it up a lot deeper in the cup and was swinging balls over the top here, there, and everywhere. Wasn't doing that today. Thought he was poor. I thought everyone was poor, to be honest with you. There wasn't one standout. You'll actually see we haven't given a man the match anyone because everyone was just that bad. I thought creatively, again, we were fine. We were really, really fine. Like, I wasn't there. There's no complaints there. I think some of the pass were shocking. But when we actually got it in the final third and we were putting the ball into the box, there was some of those deliveries that didn't look bad. There was a free kick there near the end. De Bruyne put it onto Laporte head. Don't know what he was doing, but it was one of De Bruyne's better free kicks he's taken, I'd say, in the last 3 years or so. The actual deploying the ball into the box, other than Cancelo, really wasn't that bad. I thought that was some, even the performance, you talked about Everton. I think that was a much better performance than Everton. Just can't put the ball in the net, and like you said, another day it's 2 or 3-0. You know what I mean? But you have to give the respect to Palace, I suppose. Is there anyone else that you thought was maybe a standout there, or maybe even piss poor today? Anyone you want to comment on?
I don't know. I took we were recording about De Bruyne, right? I mean, it wasn't like it was woeful De Bruyne today. I mean, everyone was just crap today. Everyone's ratings were all roughly the same, so it's not like anyone was stand out. I mean, Walker and Laporte to start a bit shaky. Laporte got better, but even then, he should have scored at the end. He should I know he's not meant to be scoring goals, but when you've got a corner, you've at least got a bloody bury, haven't you? With a free header. So, yeah, it's just. I think Grealish wasn't great today. I mean, he wasn't awful, but I mean, getting a booking like that and then trying to crunch tackles towards the end, could have been sent off, was ridiculous. Mahrez, I mean, look, we love Mahrez. Everyone loves Mahrez, and he's going to have one of the best ever seasons for City. But today, what the hell's going on today? Sometimes a good touch, another minute bad touch. It's just, I think it's the whole team. The whole team just wasn't acting. I think Byron Ellison had to do much. They made a couple of decent saves. That was it. Everyone else was just awful, honestly miserable.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought it was dire. To be honest with you, I thought just what was going on. There's no use whatsoever. But one thing I have to dig Pep out on this one, and there was no subs made. No subs made. We know Umir on Twitter was talking about how Raheem Sterling put him on that fucking pitch and he'll do something. He'll at least provide a threat. It's some of his the goal and assist outputs he's put out in the leagues in the years that we've won the league have been ridiculous, and he's not putting them on. I don't even know. There were so many bad players in that you don't know who to put them on for. I suppose that's the only thing you can look at. But I mean, when there were 4 or 5 candidates who can genuinely be the ones coming off, I don't know why he's not been put on. I mean, I didn't want to see Jesus anywhere near that pitch. Probably still would have done about the same, if not more, than someone on the pitch. It's just one of those games there should be so much to talk about, but now that we're talking about it, it was just such a nothing game, and that's what's unfortunate about it. I mean, getting 0-0 draw in a game that was crucial, and we're not even trying to switch it up. You know what I mean? We didn't try anything new. It was all just feed it out to the left, try to ping it over to the right. I will say one thing, right? Rodri would have been a lot higher rated had he had the second half not turned to mush, and it would have been vice versa for De Bruyne. His rating would have been so low in that first half if he didn't come out, and genuinely had a really good second half. I thought he was the only one who looked like he wanted to get his head down and burst through. And then, like I said, Rodri turned to mush. De Bruyne went the opposite way. I don't know, man. It was just dire. I mean, we'll just throw up the player ratings now. We'll just go straight into it. Edison gets a 6. The only thing he had to do really was pull off that last few minutes save, but then he completely fucking slowed it down then afterwards. Cancelo gets a 4. He was dog shit. He was absolutely dog shit. Luke, I think you said something about how they were trying to give him man the match or something. I'm not certain, but either way, he was awful.
Yeah.
Laporte and Stones will get 6. They were. I thought Laporte was pretty decent. No one's getting a 6 because we were absolutely dreadful, but I thought Laporte was pretty decent. He made a lot of good recovery tackles. Thought his ball, after 20 minutes, once it was settled, thought his ball playing was good. Thought it was really good. He sprang a couple of passes out. He had a good little link up with Rodri, which I really liked. But that's all I can really say for that. And then Walker gets a 5 again. He was pissed from the start. Like, you know what I mean? The defense was dreadful, wasn't it?
It was, mate. And I like to say, like, I love Kyle Walker, but this season is really starting to show his, like, it's I'm not saying a decline, but you can see it's maybe not quite there as it used to be with Walker. Don't get me wrong, right? He's made a great servant for the club, and I love him. You know, and it's just that he never doesn't try. But it's clear that we need some sort of cover at right back now, or left back, or however you want to choose it. Because I think Cancelo, I'm not sure whether I don't think either wing, but I feel like we need someone at left back who's going to be a dominant left back who's going to be able to do that position and keep it there for going forward. Because I don't know, it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. And obviously he's worked on it most of the times, obviously, but today it just looked like it didn't work whatsoever. I mean, Joao, I don't know what the hell's going on today. I was probably hitting the post once, I think, then just faded into obscurity. Laporte, yeah, I mean, at the back, bit shaky to begin with, but then got better as he went on. But should have scored, as I said, should have scored. Stones, I actually liked Stones. I thought he actually did well. I mean, again, I don't know what stand out, but he at least put in the effort and today actually did what he needed to do today. I'm not sure if we're starting to talk, but I think Stones has been great so far coming into the team. So I have no issues with him whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, Edison, yeah, made some good saves, but yeah, very slow. It was really slow. It wasn't like that free flowing that we usually are. Like it was lacking like a bit of click today. It was really weird. I mean, I think that sub definitely would have helped, but that's Pep, obviously.
I think the main reason for being so lethargic is not having Foden dropping to the channels. That's the only way I look, because we said it, we clocked about 5 minutes in, he wasn't dropping at all. He was trying to play off the last man like a striker. I think that's what contributes to the lethargicness, if that's the word to use, of the team. The whole midfield gets 6s. I'm not even going mad going into it. I just thought they were all just subpar. I think Bernardo, I don't know what he's trying to fucking do, taking it around Guaita. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's got the ball, right? Just as a visual aid, Guaita's palmed out to Bernardo, who instead of hitting it, tries to take it around them from about 5 yards out and puts it wide. Again, I don't know what went wrong tonight. Really, I think, like, were they all drunk or something? Was that so? I can't tell. I'm just baffled. Is there any change in that midfield? Like, so many different ratings.
Yeah, I mean, look, Rodri, you said earlier on, it's a bit of a mushy end to the game, but he wasn't really woeful today. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, a 6 is more of a did his job. In the words of Roy Keane, did his job. That's the way, but didn't really excel more than that, really. Bernardo, that was a really weird performance from Bernardo today. He really should have scored at least once or twice today. Honestly, I don't know what the hell's going on today, man. Not even bad today. I mean, he got better as he got on the second half. Got a few balls in there. He definitely got at least 2 assists today, I think, from trying to get in there. But again, I mean, look, I've said it before. Obviously, if we had a striker on, but that's saying if. That's next season. That's what if. So that's like if we get Haaland in, that's for next season's videos to discuss that. But we're going on this season. Just the front three, like Foden, just is not a centre forward. I keep trying to do that, but it's just not working. It's not working in this team. Grealish, also we'll go on to that front three in a bit. But I was saying, like, it felt really like just weird. I don't know. It's hard. Like I said, it's hard to explain. I'm baffled as much as you are, mate. But it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Honestly, just Bernardo trying too hard. Maybe I guess trying too hard to score when he should just tap it in the net. It's a weird game, man. It's a weird game to analyse.
Yeah, it was just piss. Like I'm surprised we got as much of it as we have. Grealish gets a 6 again. I thought he was okay. I think when it was half time, I was turning around saying he was pretty good. But again, he just kind of turned to mush, started cropping people, lost his head, which you don't really expect of him. 6, like, no, you do the other two get 5. Foden's lucky to be getting a 5, to be honest with you. I thought he just completely misunderstood his role. But I think when he's actually dropping into those channels, I think him at the false nine's been fine. But for the minute, it's not working at all. I'm sorry, it's not working. You won't be able to make it work either if this is what the case of it is. Like, if he's gonna keep hanging off the last man instead of dropping in and becoming that like fifth midfielder we were talking about, we got the team bang on in that prediction. We got the team bang on, and we were saying those wide midfielders will be huge in it, and they done nothing. Realistically, they done nothing. Like, realistically, now you look back on it, like, we could have done with a bit of pace. Now we could have done someone like a Sterling who'll get in behind. Like, we mentioned getting in behind, but there was no real runner. It was all just conservative shit football. It was just pass it forward, sideways and backwards. And the one time you did pass it forward, I mean, he just missed the chance. Like, I'd say we put the ball into the box about 10 times tonight properly, and we had a shot in every single one of them. And Guay, of course, I think we joked that he was on steroids beforehand. He just pulled everything out. It was absolutely, like, it was dire viewing for us, to be honest. Yeah, that's the ratings anyway. Luke, do you think anyone should have been higher? Anyone should have been lower?
No, I agree with that, man. I think, again, I think about Mahrez earlier on. Probably one of his worst games of the season, I think, today. I mean, it wasn't like he was like completely disgraceful, but it just wasn't Mahrez. I feel like today was the game that Sterling should have started today, and then bring Mahrez on when the pass are knackered, then let him scale past, and because that's what he's really good at. It just felt like it just wasn't. I think when obviously we've got a striker in there like an Alvarez or a Haaland, obviously Dempo can play around, obviously, and ping it around, which is probably when he'll probably start flourishing more again about where he usually is. But he doesn't work as a centre forward for me. It just doesn't work. So I think it would have been better if Grealish played more as centre forward and Foden played as left winger today. I'm not saying we would have scored. It might have changed something up a little bit and flowed a bit more. Again, I'm not Pep, although personally I may have subbed today, but. And I also want a different question as well. Like, does that mean that the lap just isn't getting any game time anymore? He's not getting a chance anymore. Like, I know he's a striker, he's a young lad, but I'd at least give him a chance at some point. At least come on today for about 5 minutes. Ian Acho, for example, a couple of years ago, came in, scored a goal. I'm not saying it'll happen, but it's always better to bring something on. I'm not saying Jesus, because I think he's done perfectly at this club now. I just don't think he's good enough anymore. But someone like that who's young who could come in there and just bring a bit of energy into the team, because, yeah, you see with the ratings there, it's just a complete and utter just blank, miserable performance. It wasn't like completely 2 or 3, but it just wasn't great. It was awful, mate. Honestly, ridiculous.
Yeah, it was screaming out for a 9. I don't know why. Like, I didn't even think of the lap when I was watching it, to be honest, but I mean, he should have been in, which I don't know if he meant the bench either, to be honest with you. I know he played there a couple of days ago for the under-23, so maybe he wouldn't have made the bench. It makes sense why he wouldn't. But that's it. We'll wrap it up there. There's not much we can really talk about. We'll be back for Southampton. Southampton's the next game, I'm pretty sure we'll be back for.
That'll be fun. There's another team we can't beat.
3 o'clock on Sunday. Can't fucking wait. Go on, we'll see you in the next one.